Hi, welcome to Top Grumps, the show where we take your favourite characters, turn them into a weird card game, and have some fun along the way. I'm Lee, one of the hosts, and I'm joined by Kris, the other host. Hi, Kris.
Hey, alright.
Alright. So, who are we talking about today on this episode?
Well, today we've got a special one because I've heard that you've actually got a podcast on this series. It's Hercule, a fictional Belgian detective created by British writer Agatha Christie.
Whoa. No.
Oh.
Look, just because I got the last episode, just because I got the last episode wrong, doesn't mean that's going to be a thing going forward. Not with Dragon Ball, not with my baby, right?
Right. I'm sorry, I'll not nick your jokes anymore.
But
today.
Oh, but just before you start, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there because I've learned something new this past week. So if you want to see what we're talking about with things getting wrong, click on the link above Chris's head to go and see the previous episode.
Hey.
Check out these mad skills, man. And if you want to see me Dragon Ball podcast, click on this link above Chris's head.
Hey.
I only learned how to do that this week, so I'm just showing off a little bit. Right,
That's
sorry.
Fine. You should move it around everywhere.
It only stays in one corner. For some reason, I can't move it.
In
the Dragon Ball episode that came out on Friday, I point up into this corner, but it's not in that corner, it's in the other corner, so I completely fucked up there. I didn't know.
Just rotate your camera so it's like, way.
I could have, but it would have been weird. I've just left it. It's fine.
Well, why didn't you not just link your video about Dragon Ball up here?
Oh, am I putting it in again? All right.
No, just leave it blank, make us look like a tit. But yeah, today we're talking about the strongest person on Earth with no tricks. It's Mr. Satan, or Hercule, or Mark.
Mark, man. What a stupid name!
I only learned that out today from Googling, because I was like, why is he called Hercule in the English American ones, and why is he called Mr. Satan in the decent Japanese ones?
I don't know. Well, they thought Satan was offensive, so they tried to change him.
Yeah, but they've got heaven and hell in it. And they've got loads of panty touching as well.
Well, actually, it's technically not hell. Like, there's the demons that work in hell. The t-shirts that say hell are changed to HFLL, which stand for something, and I can't remember what it is. But I don't care because it's not even the right version, so I forgot. I just don't. I'm not going to look it up. That dub version, get fucked.
See, that's what I grew up on, though. That was my first experience with Dragon Ball. Watching that.
See, that version also has loads of other things in as well, where they cut out blood, so they don't put blood in to make it less offensive. Yeah. And also, Vegeta doesn't kill anyone. He's fighting Kui on Namek, and he's just like, I'm gonna send you to another dimension, and blasts him with his energy blast, and he dies. But not in this version. He just gets sent to another dimension, which is stupid. He blows up.
Oh, is that like the episode where in the Frieza arc where Frieza sends Krillin to the farm upstairs?
Pretty much, yeah.
How else does that end? Is there a different ending to that?
No, that's what happens. Krillin goes to a farm.
Remember, Goku gets really angry because he hates farms and then goes Super Saiyan.
That's correct. Krillin. This is what happens in Dragon Ball. Goku's terrified of farms and needles.
With Mr. Hercule.
Yeah.
Mark Hercule.
I think I need to apologise. I need to apologise to anybody called Mark that sees this, because I did just say, oh, Mark, what a stupid name. Mark isn't a stupid name. I have an uncle called Mark. Great guy. Great name. But just not for Earth's saviour.
There's Gohan, Krillin, Yamcha, Mark.
Yeah. It doesn't work. I mean, it's supposed to be what Akuma, like well, it's a play on the word Akuma. It's like they switch the word letters around,
yeah.
like Videl with devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing Mr. Satan.
Yeah. How long we've spent 5 minutes talking about that.
That's
Paul
alright,
Paul did say he
Paul
wanted
was
30-minute
complaining.
episodes.
Should we do 29?
Yeah, let's aim for 29. 29 minutes and 51 seconds. To that, Paul.
That's a nice round number.
Right. Oh, you were going to say
good.
something.
We've got the Dragon Ball expert on this week, talking about Dragon Ball stuff.
I'll probably forget stuff. Toriyama did as well,
That's
so
alright.
it's fine.
I've heard loads of stories where it's just like, oh yeah, Toriyama said this, I forgot about it, and then just made a canon, and or just forgot about it, and it was just like, nah, didn't happen, mate.
It's like
Don't know what you're talking about.
whole characters that he forgets, like Launch. Like that's the most famous one. He just forgot she existed once he got round to Z.
Oh, what about that little dinosaur that was it Gohan had? Dinosaur mate or Goku?
Oh shit, what's his name again? I can't remember. He's in the movies. He's not part of the TV show.
Ah,
I will remember it at some point. It'll probably be after this whole show.
I didn't know. I had to check with you about the because I see loads of clips of Dragon Ball stuff now on TikTok, and I was just like, oh, I really want to watch like what sagas like Broly in, and you were like, it's all films, it doesn't matter. Any film that you watch doesn't affect the series or the main storyline. So, oh, okay.
I think Broly might end up being in some of the TV show if they do more Dragon Ball Super, because he is canon now, but only to the movie at the moment. They haven't continued anything, and I don't know what's going to happen now Toriyama's died. It's all a bit weird.
Yeah. Is it one of them things where if the character's popular enough in the films, they just become canon? You say, oh, actually, I like him now.
He's only done that with one person, which is Bardock, where he actually really liked Goku's dad in the TV special that was made that was non-canon, and I think he allowed them to put it in some of the filler episodes. But that's the closest. I mean, Garlic Jr. as well, but I don't think Toriyama was like, oh, I really like Garlic Jr. Let's do a saga on that. It got added in. Some people watching might be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's to say, I learned the other day that there's a planet called Cereal.
Oh yeah, that is
Aliens.
That's a new place in Super where Granola lives. He's in it's in the manga. It's past the TV show. Yeah, this is Planet Cereal. There's also right. So Planet Vegeta, which is short for vegetable, is where the Saiyans come from. They took it over from the Sufels, which I think is Japanese for is it fruit? Yeah. So it was the Saiyans defeated the Sufels, or the vegetable people beat the fruit people, and stole their planet. And now there's a cereal planet as well.
Do you think he just wakes up, looks at his dinner, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll write another episode."
Probably, yeah.
And I found out, taking it back to Hercule anyway. Sorry, Mr. Satan. I found that he was like a decent bloke, whereas Roshi gave Goku some dirty magazines to learn how to read. Mr. Satan wouldn't do that. He's very against it. He's like, I'll not show these kids a razzle mag.
I mean, Mr. Satan is a bit of a womanizer. Like, his wife died, and to get over it...
Oh, did she die?
Yeah, sometime between the Cell tournament and the Boo Saga, his wife dies, and he just goes on, like, a sex rampage. And Videl falls out with them because of that, so they've got a bit of a rough relationship. But he's the savior of Earth, according to everyone after the Cell Saga, and he just uses it to his advantage. Like, hey baby, want to get with the champ? Oh, I can't have sex right now. I've got a stomachache.
Is that him talking to Boo?
Yeah, they are very close, him and Boo, and Boo's like gooey and so we can probably get into some weird stuff with Boo. Should we move?
And he holds a goal and he can make a hole anywhere.
Should we move on? This is getting into some dangerous territory. Rule 34 stuff.
Oh yeah, because we're wanting to not hit the all the warnings and stuff on YouTube now, aren't we? That's what we're aiming for.
I think we've hit every single warning that you can possibly get.
Yeah.
Even guns.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I'm sure you had a gun. Like it was a fake gun at one point. Please don't get it out again.
It's actually not a fake one.
Oh. All right.
But it's right. It's a pepper box gun or something like that, right? And it's been disarmed on the inside, but apparently it's a real one, and it's the most ineffective gun ever made. Where it's just like it could backfire, it could explode.
And if you're going to be like, I got this gun from my granddad, he fought in World War II. So once he came over from Germany, he let me have it.
Oh, it's a Luger or something?
We haven't gone off the rails for quite a while, but it's fun. Right, Mr. Satan. Shall we jump in?
Yeah.
Are you all right there?
Actually, I don't know anymore. I'm just knackered because I've been having to do housework all day. I just wish that there was someone that could come around my house and clean it and go through Molly's knicker drawer and that. But luckily, today's sponsor, you can.
Have you lost the bin under a pile of clothes before? Or the kitchen's minging when you can't get some milk for a cuppa? Well, call Mini Mitts Cleaning Services for your free, no obligation quote today. I didn't do garages though. Stop asking, Becca.
Oh God.
Yeah. Thanks. I didn't hear any of that. Thanks again for sponsoring with Paul. I'll put that money to good use.
Paul's gonna knock your mind.
It's alright. You'll not mind.
Paul, I had nothing to do with this one. This was all Chris.
You did the voiceover, man. What are you talking about?
Right. So, Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan. So, strength. What are you going to rank Mr. Satan on strength?
Right. I've gone for an 8 because he genuinely is the strongest human, normal person in a world full of overpowered aliens when they went to Namek. When all the mental fighters went to Namek, he genuinely was the strongest person in the world.
Yeah, he was. He's not the strongest human because obviously we've got like Krillin, Master Roshi, people like that. Even Yajirobe would probably do him in because he trained with Kami. Tien doesn't count because he's a descendant of the three-eyed witch people.
Obviously. That's explained in the series.
It's explained in the DVD cover of one of the movies. Like
DVD cover?
Yeah, like on the inside there's like a little pamphlet and it like explains Tien's origin.
Right.
And like his third eye's supposed to give him like special powers or something to like enlightenment powers or something, but because he led a life of evil when he was younger, he can't use them anymore.
Yeah.
But that's Tien. We're not talking about Tien. We're talking about Mr. Satan. But yeah, Mr. Satan is peak human physique. I know Krillin is still stronger, but he's broke through his limits. Like he's pushed past human capacity, whatever it's called, like levels, along with the others.
Right.
Satan is like the strongest a human can get. And he's the longest reigning champion of any world martial arts tournament. Like, he won everything from the 24th martial arts tournament up until the 31st, I think.
Right.
So he's won like 7 tournaments. Only the first one counts.
Is that when Goku died?
The first one was when they were on Namek, I think. And then after that, like, you do see the one after that where he's fighting Android 18 and she's like, oh, if you give us loads of money, I'll let you win.
Oh, right. Oh.
And then after that, the Z Fighter's always just like, yeah, let's just let Mr. Satan win. And it, like, I think it stops them from having to deal with like the public eye and things like that. And Mr. Satan enjoys it and makes money off it. So just let him keep doing it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, I've gave him an 8 as well. Oh, we'll get a tip touch. We didn't get one of these last week.
Hey, I did it the right way the first time as well. Get in. Should we call Mr. Grumps back?
Oh, Mr. Grumps! I forgot about Mr. Grumps because he was away last week, wasn't he? Oh, hello, Mr. Grumps. Oh, you dirty little bastard. Oh, there's his penis again. I probably shouldn't shout
I
penis.
heard you went there.
My daughter's trying to sleep in the next room. Why is Daddy shouting penis?
She'll say that at school
I
tomorrow.
hope not.
What does your daddy do for a living? Well, I don't know, but he shouts penis in the next room all the time.
So, next up.
There he is.
Penis. So, stamina. I've given him an 11 for stamina. Because linked to his strength, he is like peak human condition. So he's like super fit.
Yeah.
And also he can take a hell of a beating. So,
yeah.
I don't know if it's... is it GT? I think it's GT, which people say doesn't count anymore. But it does count. GT wasn't as bad as people made out for it to be. He faces Oob in the finals, and Oob is fused with Majin Buu at this point. Oob is the reincarnation of Kid Buu, so this guy is hard as out, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku level at least. And he's fighting Mr. Satan in the World Tournament final. And he's like, oh, this is the greatest fighter in the world. I have to give it me all. And he just full force punches Mr. Satan in the face. And he's like going all out against him. Until Majin Buu's like in his inner conscience going like, Oob, don't do this. Like, Mr. Satan's not as strong as you think. You have to let him win because he's the savior of the world. But by this point, Mr. Satan's face is like proper swollen up like an old tomato or something like that, and he's like, oh, please don't hurt us anymore. But still, to get beat up off like a Kid Buu type character at full force, and he's still alright.
Yeah. There's another tip touch as well. I've given him an 11 as well, but I said because he got into a relationship with Boo, and he has to have high stamina to keep up with him.
Oh. Go on, we'll touch tips just like Satan and Boo do. It'll be the tip on his head though, won't it?
It's called docking, I think.
Oh, dear.
Actually, I was just looking at Dr. Satan merch before we did. I've just posted it in the Discord before as well.
Dr. Satan?
You can't actually get... Mr. Satan. And I was looking at merch and the figures you can get for them, and you can get a figure of Boo in the bath with Mr. Satan scrubbing his back naked.
I mean, I think they do have a bath at some point in Majin Buu Saga, like when they're in the little house having a like little romantic life together. I'm sure they do bathe together.
They even have a child / dog.
Yeah, I suppose. Although there is the Wikipedia page for Mr. Satan like says all this stuff that I've never seen. I don't know where it's from, and it's talking about Majin Buu having a child, and that is based it on like his and Mr. Satan's relationship or something like that, and it all sounds very like Rule 34 kind of stuff. But I don't know if that's in like some of the games or something. But
at one point, doesn't Blue spit off where he's got like little boos?
I
thought that's what that was, because I vaguely remember him doing that. And,
there is loads of little boos after Vegeta blows him up. I think he turns into loads of little boos and starts running back together.
Yeah, I don't think it was on purpose then, was it? So I don't know what it's on about then.
I don't know. I think it's from a game, and I don't care what game it's from. It's not in the TV show or the films, so it can eat a dick. So, next up, reliability. What have you given for reliability?
Right. I've given him an 8, right? Because he is a bit of an arse to people that he doesn't know, and he's trying to impress and saying, "Oh, I'm Mr. Satan, the savior of the world, blah blah blah." But for like, he's always there for Videl and Pan, and without his fans, they would never have made that big spirit bomb.
Yeah.
So like, they relied on him to rally the people, because they were like, I don't want to do this for some weird spiky head guy.
Yeah, like Vegeta's not the person that you get to rally people's support. But yeah, I've gave him an 11 for this. That's
right.
The main reason, because they have to turn to him to get the people of Earth and the universe to join together.
Yeah.
But he is a hero as well. Like, he went all by himself to face Majin Buu. And he tried to blow him up and it didn't work. But
is that when he with a Game Boy?
Yeah. But he tried. Like, it was like certain death for him, but then somehow he managed to find goodness in Buu and changed his ways. And like, Piccolo even acknowledges him as a hero. And like, I can't take that away from him, especially if Piccolo says it as well. Like, Piccolo's just proper grumpy. So
I thought it was like, because when that scene, Piccolo's talking to, is it Videl or Pan he's talking to?
Videl.
And he's like, your dad was a hero. Because I thought it was kind of like a outsider, like, oh, he didn't see him as like a monster, and he was like, just like, go haunted with me. It was that kind of relationship.
Yeah, I've never thought of it that way, but that is
that's how he like related to it.
That's perfect. Yeah. What did you give him for reliability again? 8. Right.
8. Only because he was like a dick in public to people he didn't know.
Oh, I didn't do Mr. Grumps, man. Didn't do Mr. Grumps. Well, at least it's one less time we'll see his penis this episode. What have we got up next? Intelligence.
Oh, it's a long word.
It's a long dig.
Coils around the screen a couple of times before it pops out.
It actually says the next round on Top Grumps is intelligence, but we'll only show that part of it.
It's too many veins. Grosses people out.
What? Oh, is it me for intelligence, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I've gave him a 10. That might. I don't know if that's too generous, but he's clearly got some sort of business mind where he's won one martial arts tournament, and then he's created this like sort of empire upon that, and then even more with the Cell games, becoming the savior of Earth, and he's like the Dragon Ball world's version of an influencer. Like, people just want to watch him on telly, and like, he's their favorite person.
Yeah.
I've knocked him a point off because he's always like, oh, look at all these people with the tricks, and it's like,
Yeah,
How
yeah.
how is this person playing a trick, shooting lasers out of his hand and creating an explosion over there? How is he flying?
Yeah.
There's clearly no wires in the middle of the fucking desert, Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he should have clicked on a bit sooner. Like, yeah, there's something wrong here.
Oh, so yeah, that's the reason why I voted him lower. I voted him a 6, right? I said when he thinks everything's a trick, like things that he's seen in front of his eyes, just doesn't believe and he doesn't register situations the best, I think. But he must have something about him. I've said because he tried to kill Boo by himself with an exploding Game Boy and poison sweets.
Yeah. But, and he is like a master tactician as well with his fighting. Like he is a great fighter. So there's that intelligence as well. But also with the tricks, like you've seen David Blaine do things. I'm sure is it David Blaine that like flies like 6 foot off the ground, and it's like
a Chris Angel.
And it's like
Mind freak.
You watch that and it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely some kind of trick, which is what normal people would do. Like nobody believes David Blaine's actually flying, and even if he was actually flying, we would still be looking at that TV show going, oh, I wonder how he did that. What kind of tricks he doing? So it's just a normal reaction.
I don't know. I think it's different if you deliberately trying to kill someone with that trick.
I suppose.
Like if you saw a laser come out of my hand and like chop and like take someone's head clean off, you'd be like, "What? Why didn't you not just use a laser? Why did you go through the theatrics of doing the hand thing?"
Yeah, but it's just a lot to believe, I suppose. It's like too much to comprehend for the human brain.
True. I suppose I'm just trying to justify me lower score, I think.
What I don't understand is how in 8 years, because I think it's like the martial arts tournaments every 4 years. So Goku and Piccolo have this ridiculous fight at the end of the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, where they're fighting with like lasers and kamehamehas, and Piccolo grows to like 100 foot and absolutely destroys the ring. And then they get to the next martial arts tournament with Mr. Satan, and it's just people throwing punches. There's nobody being like, this is a bit boring compared to the last one that was on. And then 4 years after that, they have another one, and there's people firing lasers, and everyone's just like, oh my god, what's happening? I've never seen anything like this before. And there's all like 30-year-olds going like, well, I remember this shit.
Not last year. I lost my brother on that one. Died in the crowd. That just proves that the Capsule Corp controls the media.
Yeah. Damn it, Dr. Brief. Did I give my score for intelligence? I gave him a 10. And you gave him a 6, didn't you? Right. So. Where are you? Come out, Mr. Grumps! Oh, there he is.
Hey! Another big word. Intimidation.
You go first, isn't it, I think?
I've given him a 7. Because I've said he's a lot like Paul. He's bigger than me, he's hairy, and he's angry at us a lot. So he's a little bit scary.
I don't know if I'm being really biased because this is a Dragon Ball character, but I've given him an 11.
Right.
Because, I'm thinking about, like, the Dragon Ball world. If I was in a shop trying to steal a loaf of bread, and Goku walked in and went, oh, excuse me, you can't do that. Goku's the most powerful person in the whole universe, apart from the gods. But I'd still just be like, who the fuck you, mate? D1. But if Mr. Satan walked in and was like, hey, what do you think you're doing? Get off that bread! I'd be like, oh, fuck! It's the savior of the world, Mr. Satan! 7-time world martial arts tournament champion! I better do what he says!
True.
And shit a brick!
But to be fair, do you know who the world martial arts champion is in our world?
Try and think if, like, Conor McGregor walked into a shop and, like, And I eat, mate, what do you think you're doing? Get off that fucking bed. That was a terrible Irish accent. I don't know what that was. But
It's alright, I'm not a woman, he wouldn't hit us.
oh God, I'm going to clip that and send it to Conor McGregor.
I don't care.
But to be fair, if you remember from like 20 episodes back, you could walk into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place around the corner and kick the shit out of them all, couldn't you?
Yeah, still stand by it. It's even further away now, though.
Right, HP. Oh, Mr. Grumps. Oh, Mr. Grumps.
Oh. Short word, long dick.
Right, what about HP then? What are you going to give him for that?
Oh, I've given him 69. He's got to have a massive amount of hit points just to survive some of the shit that he goes through.
I don't know, my brain went somewhere else there. You're like, Mr. Satan has got an absolutely massive amount of hit points, right?
But I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet.
It'll be on the internet. Everything's on the internet.
Yeah. I'll Google it after this and report back.
In fact, I've got a picture to pop up right here if you look below.
Oh, Toriyama,
no! Yeah, I've also gave him a 69. We're all giving him a 69. Nice. Mr. Satan gets 69s all around.
Tips of the 69.
Yeah, like I said before, he takes some mega beatings from people, and he still survives. Even like when we first see him against Cell, and he's like punching Cell in the face and doing nothing, and Cell just goes like, "Ugh, get away, fly." He flies like about 500 feet and crashes into a like mini little mountain thing. That would have killed anyone else.
Yeah,
Mr. Satan gets up and he's just like, "Yeah, let's watch the rest of this tournament." So,
yeah, there's so many people that beat him off, but he just keeps coming back.
Oh, yeah. He's been beaten off way too many times in this franchise. Oh,
not by Yamcha though.
No, Yamcha could probably beat him. What am I saying? Probably. He's another human that I forgot to mention earlier on, but nobody cares about Yamcha. What?
No, isn't he a baseball player or something?
Yeah.
At one point.
He's like the scrapper for a baseball team now, and like if there's like brawls and stuff, he runs onto the field and unfairly beats the shit out of everybody else that's on the field, even though he's like God trained, well, Earth God trained.
To be fair though, I mean, at least it'll make baseball interesting if you've ever watched it before.
Yeah, I've been to the longest ever game in Toronto Blue Jays history, and that was very boring. I did enjoy it up until like it got to like the 28th inning or something like that, and it's just like, oh, it's a draw at the moment. It's been a draw for like 10 innings. Like somebody needs to hurry up and score something.
Yeah, so could you imagine if there was a Z-list Z fighter goes in and starts beating the shit out of someone in the middle of that game?
That would have made it a lot better.
Yeah.
Right, we're on to buffs. How would you buff Mr. Satan? Oh, that's it. I didn't have anything else after that sentence.
So I've actually got a proper one, right, for these two. I've got for his strength being around people that are physically stronger than him, because I think he's a dick when he thinks he's a big fish in a little pond. But if he's a little fish in a big pond, I think he's kindness and what makes him a decent bloke comes out more.
Yeah, I don't know if I can have a tip touch for this one. I've put alien friends, so which is like Goku and all them. So yeah, another tip touch. This is like the most tip touches I've had in an episode, I think. Yeah, he would be screwed if he didn't have his alien friends. Like,
yeah,
even in Super at one point, he's just doing like a performance in the middle of the street or something. Some aliens come down and it's like, oh, we've got our greatest fighter in the universe who wants to take on your best fighter. and Mr. Satan's just like, oh, shit. And then spots Goku walking past with his shopping or something. He's just like, get in here, mate. Like, my student can take care of him.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Is that when is that when he just say, "Oh, pretend to punches," and then he like pretends to fly away with his tractor?
Oh yes, yeah, that's it.
And he's like, "Don't you fucking run from me!"
Actually, I think he punches him out the ring, and then he lands into his tractor so that he can grab his tractor and kind of bounces off whilst holding it at that point. And it's like,
oh no!
The most unbelievable thing ever, man.
I love it. So we've got the same. It's a first for buffs, same buffs.
I don't think we'll have the same for our weakness, though. For his weakness, I've put Tommy Wiseau. Because...
Oh, no, I haven't.
Do you know who Tommy Wiseau is?
The guy from The Room.
Yeah! So, imagine, like, you want everybody to call you Mr. Satan, and like, oh, this is a really cool name, and then Tommy Wiseau comes out, and...
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. I just wanted to play that clip, because he says Mark.
Technically, we might have another fingertip touch then. If
Oh.
that's the reason why. So I've got for his weakness, I've got his ego and his close family.
So, yeah, I suppose...
Ego?
Yeah, we'll tip touch on it. Oh!
Come on, advertise this as the most tip touching episode yet.
I don't know how many we've had. Like, I think we've had about 5 tip touches or something so far.
We're nearly fused now.
Right. Finisher. What? In fact, I always go first when we finish it, don't I? So that you can do yours last.
Yeah.
My finisher, I've put the Pooh and Boo, because he's always got a stomach ache. And he's like, oh, I've got a stomach ache. So he's going to shit himself, whilst Boo does all the work.
That's a good point.
What have you got?
I've got the mustache ride.
I think a lot of women took that mustache ride between the Cell Saga and the Boo Saga.
He did originally have a goatee, but it wore off on his chin.
Oh. Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. I was thinking about saying something about Paul with his goatee, and just every now and then he comes on a podcast and it's gone, and it's like, oh, what have you been doing, Paul? But should I edit that bit out? No. No, I'm sorry,
Paul. Wants
Paul.
longer episodes.
Yeah. Oh, we're up to like 39 minutes. So, right, what do you reckon? The Pooh and Boo or the mustache ride?
I do like Pooh and Boo.
I do quite like that, just because it's got the word poo in it, and I've got the brain of an 8-year-old. So
yeah, Pooh and Boo it is.
Pooh and Boo. I do really like Mustache Ride as well, though. But there we go. Mr. Satan is all done. And I didn't do Mr. Grumps' thing for his finisher. He didn't get to whip it out again.
Sometimes he gets performance anxiety.
Yeah. His tablet was wearing off for it to, like, stay like that. His blue pill didn't last long enough. Right. We need to spin a wheel, don't we?
Oh, yeah. We do. I've got a new home for it.
Oh, you've got a little
anyway.
cabinet thing to rest it on.
I've got one of them Bocklock things.
Bocklock?
What were they called? The cabinets from IKEA? The square ones?
Kallax.
Kallax, that's what it is.
Bocklock's better.
Houses to make. Hey! Oh, you see the reflection? Oh no.
That looks long.
Yes, Joe, I've got. Yeah. Frank Drebin from the Naked Gun series.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good one. That'll be a ridiculous episode.
Oh, that's my ultimate humor as well. It's like deadpan dad humor.
Yeah, there's probably
Dad
like
jokes.
puns all the way through. Nice beaver.
Yeah.
Thanks, I just got it stuffed.
I like my coffee like I like my men. Black.
Prison changes a man. Oh yeah, how? I used to be white. And we've got O.J. Simpson in that as well. What a lovely man he is.
There's nothing controversial about him, is there?
No, he's innocent, isn't he, man? Definitely didn't kill his wife. Right. Have we got anything else?
Anything else? I just want to mention that. I always forget the name of the guy that plays Frank Drebin. What's he called again?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Have you seen his interviews where he just brings a fart machine with him?
No.
He does like film circuits and like media circuits and stuff like that, and he just brings his fart machine with him. And if he just gets bored and he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had a fish today." Class.
Your episode of Creatures Up North should be out by now, shouldn't it?
Yes. It is out last Thursday. What day is it today?
It's
Last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Me and Paul sat down to watch Creature Commandos. Talked about it for a bit. It's a really good series, actually. You should watch it.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch. Well, I think you've added it to one of the characters from it to the wheel, haven't you?
GI Robot.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch
Love that Nazi killing thing.
it. So that should already be on YouTube on the Nerdy Up North thing. Is there a link anywhere that someone could click to find that video immediately
Probably.
right now? It's definitely.
It'll be up above.
Above Chris. Click that if you want to go and see that.
Can't be
Go
on
and watch
the
it.
description. Just click there.
It's amazing. It's a really good episode. I mean,
Can you make it like pulse and throb and stuff?
I can't actually do anything to it, I don't think. But for us, that comes out tomorrow. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I'm sure it'll be amazing.
I mean, the accents that Paul's done I thought were a bit risky, but you know, it's his channel.
yeah, I mean, I don't think the Nigerian one was. He shouldn't have done that one, but the Chinese one and the Indian one were really spot on. Paul does them very well.
Yeah.
I mean, he got practice, doesn't he? He's always doing them in the Discord voice chat for us.
Yeah, I mean, I close my eyes sometimes and I think Gandhi's in the room with us. Just the obscene things he says. And,
How does that sound?
what? He's acting, I couldn't do it. I don't have enough practice. What you should do is join the Discord and ask Ruby the cat if you can do an impressions.
Yep. The Discord link should be in the description somewhere below, I think. It might not be. But yeah. Or even, what is it? You're messaging admin of the Facebook channel, don't you, Chris? What's the phrase?
Oh yeah, if you go in the Facebook group, say Lady Di has removed her bracelet, and we'll send you the link.
Right.
Everyone knows what it means.
Right, cool. So next week, Frank Drebin. Don't be a grump.
Get in.
Be a top grump. Bye.
Hey.